What's up, everybody? How you all doing today? My name's Stephen Ashley, and I'm a Norse pagan, and I'm doing a new series where each month I make a little video about little fun facts about each of the Norse gods, and each month I'm going to focus on a different god. And for this month, I am going to be talking about Thor. And for this one, we are going to talk about the story about how Thor got his hammer and everything. So stay tuned and hope you all enjoy. Alright, so the story of how Thor got his hammer was honestly thanks to Loki, out of all people. Okay, like, if anybody's a Marvel fan, they know that it was from Odin and everything, but in actual Norse mythology, it was actually basically thanks to Loki and everything, due to him getting into actually some deep shit with Thor. So basically, what happens here in we find this story in the Prose Edda, Loki's wager with the dwarves. At least that's what it's called in my version, anyways. So essentially, Loki's up to his Loki shit as he normally would be and everything like that. And for whatever reason that possessed him to do this, he decided to completely give Lady Sif, Thor's wife, the Britney Spears treatment and shave off all of her golden hair while they were both asleep. Personally, I think that's kind of odd that they're that heavy as sleepers, but I digress. Anyway, Thor wakes up, sees what Loki has done, and is literally about to, yeah. So Loki, realizing that he done goofed, decided to, make a deal with Thor, saying that if he could find a way to give Sif back her golden, beautiful hair, that Thor would spare his life. And Thor basically said, "You better get going, motherfucker." All right. So that leads us to the part of the dwarves. So Loki, knowing that the dwarves are very good craftsmen and everything, goes to one of the family of dwarves and basically says that, tells them, "Oh, there's a contest to see, who can make the greatest gift for the gods and everything." And Loki's going on and on and on about this and everything. And these guys are down for it. I can't really remember the name off the top of my head of the dwarves off the top of my head now, so I apologize for that. This is basically just a summarized video, FYI. So yeah, but basically Loki talks those dwarves into doing it, no problem. Then he goes over to these other two dwarves who are brothers, who are the ones who one of them are the ones who ends up making Mjolnir. So he's talking to them, telling them about contests, making gifts for the gods and everything like that. But these guys kind of, and at least in my interpretation of it, anyways, they kind of got like a big ego about it and everything. That's like, we know we're already super good and everything like that. Like, what do we need to prove in a contest and everything? And so this is probably the part where Loki, speaks before thinking and everything like that. And so Loki decides to, open mouth and insert foot and say, "Well, if you guys end up winning and everything, you can have my head and everything." And I don't know if he said that because he didn't think that they were actually going to accept that offer or what have you, but they ended up taking on Loki's bet and everything. So Loki is realized that he's in deep shit on two different ends here. You know, he's got his head threatened by the dwarves, and he's got his head threatened basically by Thor. So, time's moving on and everything. One of the brothers is making Mjolnir, and as he's making Mjolnir, Loki tries to find a way to sabotage them. So, he kind of like turns into a couple different things to fuck with the dwarf, but none of them phase him and everything like that. Then he finally goes and transforms into a mosquito because, Loki being the shapeshifter that he is, he transforms into a mosquito, and I believe he either bites the eye or the lip of the dwarf, and thus causing an uneven heat in the temperature and everything like that, and caused the handle to go from a long handle to the short handle we all know now. So now Loki thinks, okay, it's all cool, no problem. I'm going to be able to keep my head and everything like that. So fast forward to the time where it's finally time to, present the gifts. I believe Freyr got a golden boar. Sif got a beautiful strand of hair that could that never can go short, or she'll never go bald. Basically, like it's forever on her head. Odin got, that's also when Odin got his spear, and I believe Freya got the folding ship from that. I can't remember now and everything, but and then Thor gets Mjolnir, and Thor's kind of looking at it, going like, "Dude, this kind of got a little bit of a short handle. Like, how useful is this thing actually?" That's when the brothers mention that if he was to throw the hammer, no matter what, it would always come back to him. So Thor, being very happy with the hammer and happy with Sif's new hair, he decides to spare Loki. Now, because there was no real clear winner, it was kind of a draw and everything. So the brothers were like, well, we technically didn't lose, so taking your head now. And Loki, realized, he was in deep shit because he was about to die, he was about to get beheaded and everything. But somehow this motherfucker found a way to get out of that entire situation. And he said to the dwarves, all right, you can have my head, but you cannot damage any part of my neck. Because I said you could have my head. I didn't say you could touch my neck. And the dwarves kind of got a little pissed about this and everything. So they decided as payback, was like, all right, fine. We can't have your head. We're going to do these guys another favor, and we're going to shut you up for a good long while. And they sewed Loki's mouth shut. So, in the end, Loki got to keep his life, but he got to learn what fuck around and find out meant with the dwarves. Alright, guys, so there you have it. There is the summarized version of the story of how Loki got his hammer. If I miss anything or skipped over something that was important in this description, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And also, if you would like to help keep supporting this page, please feel free to subscribe over to my Patreon, which is linked down below or in my bio. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and may the gods ever be with you.